Okay. Are we live? Let's see. Starting. I think we're almost going. Are we doing this? I think we're live. Hey. Yeah. Sick. Okay, we have these black bars over here, which is odd. Can everyone see me? Can you guys see or hear me? Yes? You can hear me and everything? My voice is existing in the present? Alright, everyone say Apple in the comments if you can hear me and see me, just to make sure. Okay. Yes. Alright, excellent. Let's figure out these black bars. Those are no good. Alright, you know what? Forget it. Well, the black bars will be sorted out in due time. This is why we're doing the practice live stream before the real live streaming. So, first of all, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited to do this. I've never really live streamed before, except years and years ago. This is new for me, basically, and it's probably new for you guys too. Now, what's kind of strange about this is, you know, you've seen me in videos before, which is great, but the videos I can always cut to make myself seem like really, you know, cooler than I actually am, essentially. And in the live stream, it's very real. You know, any screw ups I make, you guys get to see, which is interesting. No, I'm not. No pressure. It's easy. So yeah, today we're gonna do a couple different things. We're gonna start with just a little bit of Q&A, let people come in and join the live stream and say what's up. And then after that, I'm going to give you guys an apartment tour. And for those of you who are wondering, I am going to do a real apartment tour video once everything is totally finalized. I've got a bunch more art coming in this week. But for now, we're just going to start with, you know, the preliminary, exclusive, behind the scenes. You join me on my live stream so you get to see my apartment before everyone else does. Apartment tour video, live stream. So, that's the basic introduction, guys. So, oh man, it's only 480p, people are saying. All right, well, anyway, I'm going to try my best to keep up with the chat. So why don't you guys hit me with some questions, and I will be hitting you with some answers. Okay, first one from Martini Skateboarding. Favorite place in Europe? Iceland was absolutely incredible. It's one of the most beautiful stuff I have ever seen nature-wise. Now, it was a little bit overdeveloped and like super touristy, so I will say like a national park in the U.S. still like, you know, does me right. A little more adventurous, but still something amazing. Okay, ZGG26 says say something in Italian, and I tried not to do that. I just spent the last 6 months in Italy studying abroad, for anyone who doesn't know, and you know, I could have done the whole like speaking Italian in videos thing. But I know that my accent is just like so bad. So we'll leave it with the buona giornata and it's good afternoon, I believe. And that's it. I was able to speak communicable Italian, which was cool. Let's see. Favorite pizza place in New York City? That is an excellent question. Ryan Espinoza. And it is, what's it called? Man, it's been so long. Prince Street Pizza, obviously. Prince Street Pizza on Prince Street in Soho is absolutely amazing. And why are we still in this strange ratio? We're going to figure that out later. All right. Sariel Cognac, I'm definitely mispronouncing that name, asks, what is your dream job? And it's a strange thing to realize that I'm kind of working my dream job. So I do YouTube for a living, and it's really fun. It's basically just you indulge in your creative endeavors, make whatever you want to make. And it's you know, I'm a stay-home dad, basically. I stay home all day and work. And that's a really cool thing. So I'd say it's a dream job. Though I will say on that note, I have never been I've never done YouTube full-time before until this week. This is, for the past, I've been doing YouTube for 11 years, right? I've started in 2006. Yeah, May of 2006. And I've always been caught up with school, with all this other stuff, with traveling, whatever. Or internships over the summer. But for the first time ever, starting this week, I'm going to be doing YouTube full time. I'm just no summer internship. I have one more year left of college. So come September, I'll also be doing school. But I'm devoting myself to YouTube this summer. So we're going to be cranking out the upload schedule a little bit. I'm going to do either 3 or 4 videos a week, and I'm super, super excited just to see where things go. You guys are going to see a lot more videos, and hopefully they're all going to be better. All right, Rob Barazzi asks the question that I just want to be asked. He asks, what kind of music are you into? And I'm favorite artist. So favorite artist is this band called The Whitest Boy Alive. They're absolutely incredible. It's a terrible band name, but they've got this really great... Here, let me play some for you guys. I don't know how this is going to sound, so I apologize if this like ruins your ears, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. And I also have a little Spotify playlist. Oh, that might be really loud. Hey guys, can you do me a favor and just let me know how this music sounds? If it's awful, if it's burning your ears. Not how if you like it, but if it sounds good. Like, can I play music for you guys at times? Anyway, I have a Spotify playlist, and there's a link to it in my Instagram bio, full of all my favorite indie rock. So if anyone's curious, definitely check that out, because it's all of my favorite music ever. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Not loud enough. Sounds very good. Sounds fine. Oh, sick. All right, well, okay. We got a good question here. I just lost it. Oh, here. Nate G is asking, where is your helmet? And I'm going to tell you a little story about my helmet real quick. So, for those of you who know, see, this is the stumbling that would normally get cut. You would normally think that I'm good at talking. I'm not. Anyway, I wear a helmet almost everywhere except when I ride my cruiser board sometimes, because it sucks to have helmet hair, and just when I'm taking it really mellow. So I met up with Sarah Dici today for lunch. If anyone knows her, she makes really, really awesome videos. And I wonder if can I put a link to her YouTube channel in the chat? This is why we're doing a preliminary one. I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to put a link to her channel, because I'm actually going to be in her video, I guess tomorrow or something. And the funny thing is she got me to skate without a helmet. I know. I'm sort of shocked myself. Did the link work? Oh wow, even YouTube's telling me my resolution's no good. Alright guys, if you're new to the chat, I'm sorry about the terrible resolution. This is something that will be fixed for the next time around. But yeah, she got me to do an impossible on my cruiser board without a helmet. So yeah, go check out her channel and subscribe for great content and for incriminating content of me, whatever you're into. Disa Lacey asked, do you maybe have ADHD? I do not have ADHD. I just get excited about stuff and make videos when I'm excited. I think that's a kind of interesting misconception with a lot of YouTubers, where we only make YouTube videos when we're in a stoked mood and feeling super happy and awesome. And it's definitely like, I'm not saying it's a performance, because I am for the most part a very happy, excited person. But yeah, there are times I'm not filming. Issa, my good friend Issa Kadisi's in this chat. Shout out to my man. And for those of you who don't care about my life but do want to see my apartment, I think we're going to do about 15 more minutes of Q&A. So around 4:20, 4:25 or so, we're going to skip to the apartment tour and show you guys around. But for now, questions. So, Joe's Battenberg asks, what do you study? I'm a senior at NYU, and I'm going to school with a marketing concentration. It's a business major, basically, and a studio art minor. So studio art minor, though, is mostly just me doing it to make myself seem interesting, and not because I'm actually super into art. And I think it's working, because you tell someone at a party that you're studying studio art, and they're like, oh, he's not a boring business school student. Tina G, thank you for coming by, and thank you for watching. It's an honor to inspire people. The viewers, let's see. Okay, this is a good question. Eyes Black says, how long does it take for you to edit a video on average? I would say a video could take between 3 hours, 2 hours if it's like a really mellow skate video, or 6 hours. I'd say around 4 or 5 hours is like beautiful mark. A photo tutorial can take a little while though. Okay, here's one. This is a question that I ask myself every day. Jack O'Keefe is wondering, where do you want to live after college? I'm going to stop playing with this pen. All right, so where do I want to live after college? I am trying to decide between New York and San Francisco. I've accepted that I've been ruined by amazing big cities, so I kind of have to live in a big city. And I'm just not sure which one because New York is amazing. Also, I like good weather, so I don't like parts of New York. So yeah, it's all a little bit up in the air, but I'm going to live somewhere. I'm probably going to have a home after I graduate. Let's see. Thoughts on Take Over the World, asks Anton Bertlin. So for anyone that doesn't know, Take Over the World is the newest skate video for my sponsor, Revive Skateboards, based out of Ohio, run by Andy Schropp. Amazing, amazing company. I've been writing them for them for like 6 years, and we just put out our sophomore movie, and I have a full part in it. It's all street skating. It's super cool, and I love Take Over the World with a passion. It turned out really, really good. Everyone killed it. But what I'm super excited about mostly is like the soundtrack is phenomenal. Like everyone skated to really, really good music, which is sick. And yeah, it just really came together. It felt like a real video, not just like a bunch of videos thrown together essentially. And yeah, I really like the band that I got to skate to. Here, I can show you guys. For those of you who haven't bought the video yet, and I highly recommend you do, which you can do on Revive Skateboard's website. I'll give you a little preview. This is the song that I skated to. It's by Papa. It's just a really great indie rock song, and I love it. And the band is just PAPA for anyone who's curious. All right, let's see. More questions. Favorite movie? I've been watching this movie called Cape Fear. I think it's a Scorsese thriller, yeah. And that's super good. That's just the movie I watched last night. Excellent movie. A little bit horrifying. Okay, Eyes Black again asked the second question. Do you think you will ever have a child? Some questions don't need to be asked. I have no idea. Okay, let's talk about something else. Being a YouTuber, I feel like there's an expectation to talk about everything, and I personally believe certain things should be off limits. So I don't know if I'll ever talk about my relationships, like girlfriends and such. I think that's one of those things that's best kept private. I'm more than happy to talk about certain things like, the food I cook, the photos I like to take. I'm honestly, I'm happy to share a lot about me, but when it comes to like my very, very personal life, you gotta have limits. So, as far as my plan for having kids goes, I don't know, man. I don't know. One of those things that you don't want to think about when you're 21 years old. Let's see. Okay, Samuel asks, what motivated you to get into photography? And for those of you, real quick, for those of you who are new to this and haven't heard me give my spiel yet, I'm going to just do a little, maybe 10 or 15 more minutes of Q&A, followed by a little tour of my New York apartment. And this is just a very experimental, first ever live stream. I'm figuring it all out, as you can see by those black bars that I have yet to fix. So that's a thing. Real quick, actually, I'm going to try... all right. I'm going to try just running an ad so I can use the bathroom really quick. One sec. Some of your viewers will see an ad. Keep on streaming. Okay. I guess this means that I can't go away. That's interesting. This is good to know. Hey, do you guys all see black bars on the side of the screen? Yes or no? I do, but I can't tell if you do. Okay, Odin asks, what do you think of going to university for photography? That's a really great question, and it's a huge question, actually. Going to school for art, I think is, if that's your passion, I totally understand that. I personally chose not to because I'd rather be a little more well-rounded and take art classes, but also get the background in business. But I totally understand if you want to devote yourself fully to art. I don't know. So I guess, yeah, going to photography school can be sick. I wouldn't personally, but I totally understand those who would. Troy the Boy, 78, Troy Tate, 78, great username, asks, what national park will you go to next? And I'm going to Say, let's see. I have a trip planned in the end of the summer for Acadia National Park in Maine, and it's absolutely ridiculously beautiful. It's this national park on the edge of the water, right by the ocean. So you've got these crazy trees and mountains just that fall off and hit water, which is insane. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Samuel asks, what motivated you to start photography? Great question, and what's a camera that's good to start off with? All right, two-part question, two-part answer. First, camera to start off with, I would say you have to think about what you want to get into. So if you, first of all, you got to think about your budget. You know, some people don't have much money, and sometimes you have to start with an iPhone. I mean, I hope that if you have an iPhone, you're already using it. But like, this can take very good photos, which is a good start to figure out if you're super into it. And then if you want to go down the DSLR route, you can get a lower level Canon or Nikon. So for Canons, the best entry level, I'd say, is the T5i or T6i, whichever. I think they have a million TIs now, but they're all, I found, pretty similar. So if you can see like a lower, older one, like a T5i, T4i, still an excellent camera. And the reason why I like DSLRs for starting off is because you can use, you know, they're interchangeable lenses. So there's a lot of room to grow. You can get lenses that'll work on nicer cameras if you one day choose to upgrade. However, another cool option is digital cameras. And I'm going to make a whole video on this, and I have to do a little more research, so I'm just sort of gunning it right now. But you can do really cool stuff with digital cameras. I got this G7X recently, and it takes a pretty nice photo. Okay, let's see. Hey, Sebastian LaPlane, welcome to the chat. You Snapchat me a lot, and thanks for joining, man. And he asked, that tray flip he did, was that filmed by Luis Mora? And that part, okay, the tray flip in my part was actually filmed by Tomo, the guy who filmed Chris Chan's first ever video part. But Luis Mora did film the Wally Up nose mail in LA on Santa Monica Courthouse. Okay. All right, Hugo Schomburger. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Hugo, but huge shout out to Hugo. When I went to Paris, he was nice enough to show me around and take me street skating, which is awesome. So if you guys notice, there's a Paris clip in my video part. That is thanks to Hugo. And he asks, what was the question? Do you like your Take Over the World part better than the previous one? Yeah, definitely. I think it turned out a little better. It's a little more diverse. I skated a handrail or 2 or 3, which is nice. Yeah, I'm really proud of it, honestly. I think I like to. All right, here's something. So let me get a tissue really quick. One sec. Wow, you can all watch me blow my nose. This is what the internet has come to. So little thing about Take Over the World. One thing I wanted to do when the entire Revive team came out to Ohio for the premiere, I asked everyone, what do you think of your part before it came out, just to hear everyone's mentality. And one thing I found is everyone was really nervous. Everyone's the pros. Some of the pros were I don't know if it's gonna be good enough for a pro part. I mean, I think a lot of that was just being modest, and they knew that it was. But there was definitely a lot of concern. Doug was nervous about how long his part was, and he asked me "Oh, how long is yours?" I'm like, "Oh, it's 4 minutes." It's "Oh, mine's 2. Oh man!" And it's yeah, everyone really cared, and we were all super excited. And yeah, that was just my fun hearing people's mentality sort of thing going on. Okay, let's see. All right, let's give this 5 more minutes of Q&A, guys, and then we're going to do a little apartment tour, and then we're going to end this because I can only talk for so long, and I have work to do also. Okay, let's see. Samuel is asking, do you make money with photography? Making money with photos is a challenge, for sure, and it takes a long time to get to that point. I am sort of in between. I mean, I sell prints of my photos on my website, and you know what? I'm going to be self-promotional really quick and toss a link in the chat. Actually, I think I can do a card, too. Let me try and put a card. No. Alright, I'm just going to throw a link in the chat. So yeah, I sell prints of all my photos on my website. which is a little bit of money, and then you can also do freelance stuff, and I've done a little bit of that, but it's definitely not my passion. I'd rather just shoot for fun and teach you guys how to shoot and sort of just go with that. So yeah, I definitely with all of like creative endeavors, making money I understand is important and it's nice and it's fun, and it's a dream job. However, you can't do any of these things with the intention of making money. You have to just sort of follow your passion and enjoy it and intend and expect to make $0 ever, because then you'll always enjoy it. And if the money starts to come, it starts to come. But you should never just do something because it makes money. And I see that a lot with YouTubers these days. Kind of, you gotta do it because you like YouTube and not just because you think you can be the next big vlogger. You'll enjoy it more, and odds are you'll also be more successful if you are in it for good intentions. All right, let's do 5 more questions, guys, and then tour this apartment. Okay. BUG asks, goal in life. Wow. All right, so we're not asking any fun, simple favorite color questions. We're on to the real stuff. Goals in life. I'll tell you, I'd like to have an apartment, which I just did, which is I'm stoked. I mean, I've lived in dorms in my parents' house my entire life, so I'm stoked to, do that. But honestly, the biggest goal is to be super happy, to, spend a lot of time with my friends, to figure out work-life balance, which is something that I'm, definitely still messing with, and to see every state and national park in the U.S. I believe there's 59 national parks. I've been to almost 20, and they're coming along nicely. But, just, the typical millennial goals: travel, be happy, nothing special. Okay, let's see. What is your dream car? Asked Shay McMullen. My dream car is not having a car, because that's why I like New York City. I really love not having to drive. I like how, if I go out with my friends dancing or whatever, like, there's no such thing as a DD. Everyone parties, and it's great. And no one has to be responsible, which is super cool. And it's also just really fun. I skate everywhere, which is a blast. And yeah, so dream car is no car. Samuel asks, age? I'm 21 years old. See, I needed an easy question. Thank you, guys. Marcelo Rondon asks, after your summer abroad, do you think you would live in Europe at some point? All right, here's my take on Europe, and don't quote me on this because it's probably going to sound very unsophisticated, but I absolutely loved Europe. The culture was different and fascinating, and there were parts of it I really, really loved. However, I am a patriotic American, and it honestly just kind of reaffirmed my love of America. So one of those things, I told myself, like, I think I know now that I want to live in the U.S. However, I'm also like, if I met a sweet Italian girl, I would not be opposed to Italy. So until I meet someone that forces me to move to Europe, I'm probably not going to move to Europe. Okay. Let's see. All right, guys. 3 more questions. Hardest trick you can do, asks ALMAO. I'm going to say 540 shoves. I'm really comfortable with. And I guess that's a good trick. I like doing them, at least. This kid keeps asking me thoughts on Sam Colder. And I'm not sure who Sam Colder is. Sorry, Sam Ortlip. Sebastian Pain, next video part in battle stations. Is that your next video part? And yes, it is definitely. I don't see why I drop another part in the meantime. Unless I film. Oh, you know what? I am going to drop a throwaway part soon with all my leftover footage that didn't make it into the Revive video. But otherwise, next real part will probably be for Revive. Does your brother still make YouTube videos? Asks Colleen. Okay, this is going to be the last question, guys. Unless someone asks a really good question in the next minute. But little update on my brother, which is super cool. So my brother used to make YouTube videos. His YouTube name was Funny Z. If you haven't heard of him, he did a lot of like song video parodies, and he had a pretty good audience. He was killing it for a while, and he slowly got over it and quit. But what's cool about Zach is he is now starting a new business, and he sells framed tweets So if you go to frametweets.com, I'm going to type a link in the chat. It's super cool. You can put a link to any tweet ever, and it'll automatically frame it for you and put it in this fancy, cool golden frame. He's sending me a couple, so I'll show you guys in my next video as soon as I get them. But super cool, and I'm stoked for my brother. Let's see. Are there any other compelling questions? Or should we begin the apartment tour? Alright. Alright, these questions are coming pretty fast. Alright, yeah. We're going to get the apartment tour going. I'm going to be decisive on this. Alright, let's get unplugged and let's get wild. Okay. We are mobile. Okay, so first off, welcome to my apartment. A little background information. It is in Brooklyn, Williamsburg. Very cool place. It's still New York, but it's not Manhattan. A little quieter, a little more mellow. I love it here. So we have my room. Got a little bit of framed art. Got my 100,000 subscribers YouTube plaque, which I'm very, very proud of. Hold on. And then more art. A closet that's kind of messy. No, I'm just kidding. It's kind of clean. And we made this little light setup with IKEA. All right. Here's the feedback I need, guys. So I have this blanket here, and I don't know what to do with it. So I tried this weird folding thing, and I have no idea if it looks good. So let me know. And then this is my little workstation. I've got my cinema display, my G7X, lacy thumb drive, all that good stuff. And that's my room. It's small, but it works, and I like it. And welcome to the common space and the kitchen and everything. So starting off, we've got a pretty sick kitchen. I'll show you guys the best thing in the entire world. Check this out. Notice these things right here. Oh! We have lights in the kitchen. Actually, wow, this light looks pretty good. So yeah, this kitchen is modern, it's new, and I'm super into it. Audio is a bit wonky. Opinion on drugs. All these great questions. Yeah, so anyway, this is my kitchen. It's nice. And what else do we have here? Oh yeah, we got this concrete wall, which is sick. I don't know why it's here, but I'm not complaining. A little skateboard rack that also, I guess, holds some shoes. We've got a leaking pipe in the sink. And then that takes us to our common room. Also, I have got 2 roommates right now and 2 homies. It's sick. We have a good setup going. I'm going to make everyone queso tonight. Things are good. Oh, do you want to see in the fridge? We can do the fridge. Welcome to my fridge. All right, highlight of this fridge, my homemade pico de gallo. Oh, it just dropped. See, that wouldn't have happened if we weren't live streaming, and that's kind of special. Okay. Also notice the smoothies in there, queued up for later. So this is my kitchen table, and something to point out. I love the heck out of this piece of art. It's what's his name? The name is blanking, slipping me right now. Joe Castrucci. He did all the art, a bunch of art for Habitat Skateboards, who has one of my favorite art directions in skateboarding, besides Revive, of course. But no, I really love Habitat graphics, and I love his art. So having this bad boy in my kitchen makes me very, very happy. Okay. See, and if you guys have any questions about this apartment, feel free to hit me with them. And then we have all of this, which is my living room. You can't really see it. And all right, a couple things I want to show you guys. So first off, here's this couch which my roommate bought that isn't really that comfortable, but it looks nice. And what I really want to show you guys is we've got some really good coffee table reads. So let's see. First off, we've got Speaking American which is by Josh Katz. It's the other Josh Katz. And funny enough, he actually lives in New York. Bad video output is low. Not receiving. All right. Let's see. Do you live alone? Do you own this apartment? What's the address? Carson Drummond asks, "What is the address?" Not going to answer that one. Okay. All right. Yeah. So anyway, back to these books. We've got Speaking American by Josh Katz, and it's the coolest book. This is definitely the second best Josh Katz, and I think I'm going to get lunch with him at some point this summer. But anyway, it talks about America and how people say things differently. So like this is a graph of how people say water fountains or bubblers. I guess they say bubblers in like Michigan, drinking fountain out west. Kind of interesting stuff. And it's like that for all these words. He collected all this data. It's the sickest thing. Surfer's Journal, which is my friend Kyle. He surfs, and it's a really cool magazine. Big Bad Book of Bill Murray. All of Bill Murray's movies are in here, and he's a weirdo, and he's got all these amazing stories, which is sick. And then finally, my favorite book of them all. This is the ultimate cocktail book. It's called Shit, and it's the Big Brother book. So what this thing is it's this very politically incorrect skateboarding magazine that used to come out in like the 90s, and they were super like edgy. Like for one month, I think instead of actually sending out the magazine, they sent porn magazines to everyone who on the mailing list, just as like a prank. But they totally didn't take anything seriously. They pissed off advertisers. They pissed off parents with shenanigans like that. And I think that's the coolest thing ever. So I'm super about that. I can show you guys. All right, the best thing ever about this balcony is this freaking. Look at this. We got a balcony, and that is really special. And here's the view. I like to watch the people on my street down below. Not going to show you guys too much out there, but it's really nice. And we have a rooftop. We have a really sick roof. I've got 2 roommates. I'll show you in the bathroom for like 5 seconds because I feel like the bathroom's kind of a weird thing to show. But know that it's kind of sick in here. Got that nice overhead water thing, shower head. Things are good. Things are really good. And I like the heck out of this apartment. Got a bookshelf to make people think that we're smart. We're not. Oh, and on a self-promotional note, so one last thing. I might do a little more Q&A after this. I've got this this print of mine. This is from Iceland, and it's of the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis. I shot this panorama. And if anyone's interested, I actually sell this on my website, prints. So I'll put a link. I'll throw a link in the chat really quick. One sec. Let me just plug my computer in. Anyway, that is my apartment. And what do you guys think? All right, link is now in the chat. Okay, let's see. Let's catch up on questions because I wasn't reading them. Sleazy Lawyer says Josh Katz is like a less funny white version of Aziz Ansari. Funny enough, I actually get that a lot. We both like to overcommit with women that we date, and sometimes things go badly as a result. And you know, just the New York shenanigans. Okay, last thing I want to show you guys. Let's see. Oh, is Poop on Unicycle in this chat? Yo! Alex Rainmaker, my man, is in this live stream. I just want to say what's up to him. He is one of the most talented YouTubers and skateboarders. I'm going to put a link to his channel in the chat. I put a link there. Or not a link, just his channel. Go check it out for amazing technical skateboarding. Alex is the man. What's up, Alex? Okay, last 2 things I want to do. Let's see. Let me just catch up on reading all these questions. They're coming in real fast. Okay. All right, so 2 things I want to do. So first of all, I want to say, for those of you who are wondering, I am going to do some photo reviews live. So the plan is later this week, and I've still got to work out all the kinks, but I'm going to be doing a live stream where I review your photos in the spot. So what you can do is comment your Instagram name, I think, and tell me which photo you want me to review. And I'm just going to go through and talk about shots and talk with you guys. And it's going to be a cool little thing, which I'm super excited about. So stay tuned, and updates will be coming in the meantime. And the last thing I want to do, guys, before a lot of people are asking if I have a girlfriend. I'm flattered, and no, I'm single right now, which is fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, last thing, book I'm reading right now. Gotta just complete the pretentious, Brooklynite who likes to read books, right? I'm a demographic. I know. Anyway, book I'm reading is Infinite Jest. It's chunky as hell, but it's really good so far. And if you want an intimidating read that's going to take a long time, I highly recommend Infinite Jest. Anyway, let me just cruise through these comments and see what's up. These are hard to keep track of. Rondex, favorite series. All right. You know what? Let's wrap this up. And yeah, this has been fun, guys. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. One thing I'd really like is please just, if you have any suggestions on how I can make this better, besides getting rid of those damn black bars, because I know those are absolutely terrible. Let me know. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. This is all one big learning process for me and for you, but mostly for me. And yeah, definitely stay tuned for the photo reviews. I'm super excited about those. And let's see, is that everything? All right, let's do 3 more questions and then wrap this up. Okay. Man, it's hard to choose. I hate JVS. New York City street skating videos. Yes, skateboarding videos are going to be coming. I think I'm going to either do 1 or 2 every week. I'm still trying to figure that out. Let's see. Someone's asking about the ripped pants from my video part. Those are long gone in the trash. Let's see. All right, and one last question. Are you guys going to come through with an interesting question? Oh, all right. Final question. Eric McGraw asks, do you even lift? And I think this is a pretty obvious answer right here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. I'm going to try and end it if I can figure out how to end it. And that's all. Let me know what you guys thought of this. Send me a message. Goodbye, and I will see you eventually.